We saw a pretty good game of basketball. First up, after the first quarter, we thought it wasn't going to be that much of a spectacle, but what are we expecting in this one? Two teams that like to play a bit of up-tempo basketball.
Yeah, no, that Illawarra game did turn into a good game to watch, so that was cool. So now we'll see what the Queensland Derby can look like. Interesting to see how Brisbane pull up, how Baines pulls up in particular, how Sobey, I see Sobey's out there, but let's just see what kind of minutes he's on and what his body looks like. And see what Cairns can do. I see Cairns got the DJ Hogg out there. Shannon Scott, who didn't play a whole lot of minutes in the first game, so I'd like to see a little bit more of him. So we shall see how we will go.
They're missing a few in game one. As you just touched on, the Cairns Taipans import DJ Hogg, a big 207-centimetre import from Dallas. Didn't play, but looks like he's suited up, and we expect him to play some minutes tonight. And of course, Sam Wardenberg didn't take part either, the New Zealand centre. There's still plenty of exciting prospects. I'm looking forward to seeing Keanu Pinder. He was excellent in the game the other night. He had the 21 points, of course, the 2022 most improved player in the competition. Did you play against his old man, Tiny Pinder?
No, I didn't play against him, but know Tiny quite well. Kendall Pinder. And his son is coming off a really good year. Like, his momentum is through the roof at the moment. Played for Australia, did very well. Yeah, he's a high-energy guy. Takes no backward steps, is becoming a real lethal post target. Like, you can throw the ball to him in the block, he'll take a couple crab dribbles and jump hook you to death. I'm really liking everything about Keanu this season and even last season, so expecting him to keep his form up.
And of course, Tyler Johnson is a bit of the star attraction for the Brisbane Bullets, the former NBA player, a lot of basketball at Miami Heat. Can score some points. He just had the 14 in the first game as we see the Tide warming up, just over 2.5 minutes away from this one here. We'll see the starting lineups in a minute, but as you said, Nathan Sobey just played the 8 minutes in the first game. He's going to be on some minutes restrictions, trying to get himself fully healthy for NBL 23. As we take a look at the starting lineups for the Cairns Taipans, the imports, DJ Hogg, Shannon Scott, and Tajir McCall to go with the Rookie of the Year, Bull Quayle, and Josh Davey. And you see the Brisbane Bullets, Aaron Baines, very familiar name in Australian basketball, Tyler Johnson, Cody Statman, who can shoot the ball, Devondrick Walker, the other import, and Gack will also get the start for the Brisbane Bullets. Plenty to look forward to. Aaron Baines, as we touched on, had the 14 points in just 13 minutes of basketball first up, and he just seemed to be enjoying his time. He was smiling, he was just happy to be back out on the court. Of course, had that horrific injury in the Olympics a couple of years ago.
I loved his interview post-game when Bainesy said, I was just worried about whether I was even going to be able to play with my kids, let alone play basketball. So his whole perspective on the game has changed. And probably everybody should have a perspective like this, but sometimes it takes a near career-ending injury to get you to have a perspective like that. So Bainesy's in a great place mentally, emotionally, playing his best basketball. I'm hoping that he'll produce this season, especially he's playing with a joy, and he's bringing a leadership to this group that they sorely lacked last year.
There's DJ Hogg at the free throw line. As we touched on, didn't play in game one. The import from Dallas, went to Texas A&M College. And
shout out to the Dallas Cowboys. Got a good win the other day. We're 1-1. Okay, sorry, keep going.
That's all right. That's good. Is Dak okay? Did Dak get injured?
He did. I don't even care no more. I'm done with him. It's all about Cooper Rush.
Right, there you go. Cooper Rush. Who would have thought? As you said, DJ Hogg played in the G League Grand Final of the championship with his teammate Tajir McCall. So I wonder if Tajir had an influence in getting DJ Hogg across to play for the Cairns Taipans. Coach Adam Ford. And their season kicks off Monday night, October 3. They'll take on the Tassie Jack Jumpers, the grand finalists, to get their season going. Brisbane Bullets looking forward to getting some good game time, getting their squad together. Tyler Johnson and Nathan Sobey. You spoke about the backcourt earlier of the Illawarra Hawks. That's a pretty exciting one for me to see those two in action when they're going to play some minutes together when the season kicks off.
Absolutely. Tyler Johnson, as we said, is just a professional scorer. The guy's just an NBA polished dude. He comes here, looks like he came here with the right attitude. He's not trying to do too much and make it all about himself. And obviously Sobey, we'll see how fit he is. He had a couple of strong drives to the basket last game that looked like vintage Sobey, but also thought he was a little bit proppy. So we'll see what he does today. See Sam McKinnon sitting over the baseline, shaking hands. Proud of the team he's put together.
Of course, the Perth Wildcats will play the Brisbane Bullets in the opening game. That'll be on Sunday, October 2, back at RAC Arena. The Perth Wildcats, they'll be back with a vengeance, you would think, this season after missing finals for the first time in 35 years. We're getting ready for the start of this one.
Adam Ford obviously tinkering with his lineup by bringing Keanu off the bench. But we know what's going to happen when he gets out there. It's going to be high octane.
G. McCall there. Bull Qual. Shannon Scott will start. Cairns were happy to play some pretty free-flowing basketball. They were able to match motors with the Perth Wildcats for a lot of that game. It was only sort of late that Perth were able to kick away, so they got some exciting talent. And this Brisbane side, everyone is expecting now with Aaron Baines, the big enforcer, to rise up the ranks, especially with Tyler Johnson.
Yep.
It'll be a good game, this one.
Looking forward to seeing how Cairns just evolve throughout the year because they're definitely a younger group. Adam's going with a more of a youth movement, just a change in total direction. Because when a team does a lot of losing, sometimes that can become a habit. So this new group's got to now establish a new identity.
Get this one going. Joshua Davey wearing that number 44. And we get our first bit of action. And it's DJ Hogg, the big man who can shoot from the outside, but it's Bull Qual who gets the first points of the board.
Bull Qual coming off Rookie of the Year, very active, can do more than just shoot threes. Just see now how he gets on the glass.
Which way's going to go? It's going to be the Cairns ball.
Tajir was a bit of a surprise package last year. Love to see. Love to see how imports do in their second year. Once everybody knows they got a full scouting report on you. What has he done to come back this season to be better? I think his three-point shot was probably his most inconsistent last year, although he probably shot a half-decent percentage. But that would be the one, I guess, scouting report that if you was guarding him, you might let him do that. But interesting to see how his game's evolved in year two.
That's Statman who let that one fire. He likes to shoot the ball, Cody Statman.
Known for his stroke, Cody. Didn't get a whole lot in game one, but that's definitely what he's capable of.
And the starting lineup for this game tonight. Now Tuesday night doubleheader as Shannon Scott pulls up from the mid-range. Now Tyler Johnson, the NBA veteran, still only 30 years of age, got plenty of good basketball in him. And that's regulation for him.
Bainesy with the nice pick in the open court, in the front court, just to give Tyler a little more room.
Here's DJ Hogg for his second shot from long range early. And he's trying to get his stroke going. It's a nice start for him.
Nice stroke, nice footwork, little crossover step back.
Would you have liked to have come off the screen set by Aaron Baines?
Man, would I ever? Wow.
Imagine how much separation you'd get.
I play with a guy that set some picks almost to the level of Baines, the old Grant Kruger. When he picked you stayed picked as well.
Grant Kruger.
Remember Grant?
There's a name. Yes, a blast from the past.
My man.
Yeah. Cairns off to a quick start. 7-2 early. A little pick and roll with Tyler Johnson. Lost the handle, but Kajok Gak is there to mop it up.
That's what I like about Gak. G2. You got to come up with a nickname for Gorjak Gak. But when Baines is setting the screens like that and guys are coming downhill, here we go. DJ Hogg.
DJ Hogg.
Guy got a stroke, everybody.
Wow. He's just let everybody know that straight up he can shoot the ball. All 207 centimetres of him. He's gone 2 from 3 from long range in the first 2.5 minutes.
On that so-called tight ring end, too.
Yes, that's right.
If you can shoot, it don't matter. But I'll get back to what I was saying about Gak. he's that guy that can be that second big that when Baines causes all kind of havoc, because he will just by moving, Gak now gets to come in and clean up all the shrapnel. And you need a guy like that who doesn't care about whether he's the focal point in the offense, a guy that can take pride in getting those extra shots, and that's what Gak brings for this team. Is it too early to call DJ Boss Hogg? Does anybody even remember that reference, Boss Hogg?
The Boss Hogg.
Dukes of Hazzard?
Oh, yeah. I can't, nah.
I'm showing my age.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Somebody out there knows who Boss Hogg is.
He's certainly got a nice stroke with the Texas A&M College, as we said. Didn't play in the opening game. Coming off the G League Championship with his teammate Tajir McCall.
Always good to have some familiar faces. If you can come to another country and play with somebody you know, but let alone with a teammate, with a championship-winning teammate, I mean, that's instant chemistry.
Waiting to get this one back underway. Hold up. As we said the other night, Aaron Baines was just enjoying his basketball. He was chatting away and was putting high fives to the opposition, smiling, happy to be out there. There's some sort of hold up that we just can't see at the moment.
Don't let his little jovial attitude lull you into a false sense of security. Because when Baines's out there on the court, guys tend to just injure themselves. Anything can happen when Baines is on the floor. And I'm not saying it in a reckless way, but he just knows how to throw his weight around.
He's got some talent coming off the bench too here tonight, the Brisbane Bullets. Jason Kadee, been around for a long time. Harry Froling, the former Rookie of the Year. Tanner Krebs, who's showed some promise. And of course Nathan Sobey, their star, working his way back. So plenty of points there for the Brisbane Bullets. It's a matter of how they can all work together.
They definitely have a deep team. And obviously Tanner Krebs, he started in game one. So when you got guys on the bench who can legitimately start, that's when you know you got some depth.
Keanu Pinder and Mirko Jeric will come off the bench for the Cairns Taipans tonight. Ben Eyre, who played some good minutes in game one. And pretty easy transition, and they just missed the layup in Statman. And Boss Hogg's going to go again.
Are you on Boss Hogg?
I'm on Boss Hogg. He's gone 3 from 4 from long range for less than 3 minutes.
They're not touching the rim either. That stroke is pure, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow.
Hands into a 2-3 zone.
And they get the steal. Shannon Scott. That'll be easy for him.
A lot of teams frown on a zone defense, but I got no problem with it. It's a part of basketball. As long as you match up out of it, back-to-back steals.
Well, similar to the first game. Really sloppy start for the Brisbane Bullets.
17-4 out of the gate.
DJ Hogg coming off some Summer League basketball. He's been around the fringes of some NBA rosters. Here's Aaron Baines' first look. Speaking of NBA.
Hogg is 3 for 3. Tajir knows it. Kicked it to him in trans.
Oh! He's feeling it.
Wow, whoa. 4 for 4. The boss. I just want to get it up the other end.
Here we go.
If anybody other than Hogg takes this shot, it's a problem.
That's the little... Travel called, as we said. Been a crackdown on that, it seems, in this Blitz tournament.
I think a lot of times, and nobody's a bigger fan of the referees than me, Lee. But that whole shot fake, one dribble, and they call it travel, that is the most anticipated travel. I think they just do it out of habit, because I would love to slow-mo and just see, are they really lifting that back foot? I don't think so.
Tyler Johnson draws the foul. Bit of experience there showing.
Gets his man up in the air with his shot fake. Just leans in a little bit. Make sure he gets himself to the line. All right. Sorry, Lee. Here's the rules of the heat check.
Yes. What? Yes. Explain. I've never been in one, so I don't know.
DJ Boss Hogg is up. Is four. He's made his last four, right?
Yep. 4 from 4.
He's 4 from 4.
His last 4. Yep.
Even though it's a dead ball, even though Brisbane's shooting free throws right now, the heat check is still in effect until he misses.
Okay.
It don't matter how long it goes between his next shot. Until he misses, heat check is still in effect.
Well, let's see if they set up the play for him. Although Tajir McCall just easily gets to the rim. That's too easy early. 22 points already. You know, we're going to score some points to the Taipans. Well, that could have been trouble. We know the Taipans were going to score. Didn't know it was going to be this easy.
Back to him. Back to him, Benny. Pull it. Oh.
He wants to. Just needs someone to set himself a screen. Try to be too unselfish.
I wonder if a turnover resets the heat check. Nope, I'm making up the rules as I go. If he gets 2 turnovers in a row before his next shot, then the heat check's off.
Another timeout called. This time by Coach Adam Ford. So let's have a look at this stroke. Tell us about it, David. It looks pretty pure.
Saw him in the warm-ups, and you can just tell when a guy can shoot. But they're not even hitting the rim. Like it's just that's just nothing but. That is a nice pickup. Now you might say, is it a fluke? I don't think so. Now Brisbane, on the other hand, James Duncan has been all about defense, committed to defense, making a way stronger emphasis on defense and holding guys accountable this year. And right now you're on pace to give up 200 points. So expect the Bullets to come out of this timeout with a little bit more aggression.
Still have a spot on their roster. I think we believe for one more import. Just at the moment, just got Devondrick Walker coming out of the NBL 1, the Rockingham Flames. He did win the MVP, grand final MVP and a championship in the NBL 1 West. And of course, Tyler Johnson, the other import. He could easily put up 25 a night, couldn't he, Tyler Johnson, if he wanted to?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he was scoring 20-plus points for the Miami Heat a couple of seasons ago in the NBA. So, no issues.
He just got to get used to playing 40-minute games.
Sobey getting his first run tonight. Gets the foul straight away, looking to be aggressive.
Good to see. Sobey in transition is always a nightmare. He's still athletic. It's just a matter whether his body can just get back to 100%.
He's now 32 years of age, Nathan Sobey.
Sobey's got that combination. Is it the cool walk? Is it the older man walk? Is it the I'm slightly injured walk? What is it? It's a combination of them all.
Still going to have a big role to play in NBL 23, Nathan Sobey. He gets his first points of the night. Here's Ben Eyre, number 10. Tajir McCall, the nice move, and draws the foul.
That's Tajir's game. He can do a bit of everything. He's a playmaker. I don't know what position he is. Like, he's not a point guard, but he can make plays out of the point position. He's not really a 2 guard, but he can hit shots. So I just like to call him a playmaker. I don't think he really cares. He doesn't pigeonhole himself. He obviously goes to the block just then, does a little bit of post work. Didn't see a whole lot of that last year, but he's obviously shown he's capable of it.
As you said earlier, his second season at the Cairns Taipans. Last year he was terrific. 16 points, 5.5 rebounds, 5.5 assists, so he can do it all.
Yeah, he's on triple-double watch every game, if you ask me.
I think a lot of the Cairns Taipans offense will centre around McCall. Strings out on that second one as Sobey looks to push the ball and then spots up. And in trying to keep the ball in, it falls to Harry Froling. He couldn't finish under the rim. It does well. Gets a hand in a turnover.
Okay, that's nice. Unlucky, but Sobey's looking very lively.
Looks like he'll make the most of his minutes, however many it is going to be on the court tonight. He's going to look to get busy. He's up to 3 points.
See that one. It's in the referee handbook, page 1. If you shot fake and try to jab, they're going to call the travel 9 times out of 10. I need to see it in slow-mo. It could be a conspiracy.
Is that the first day of ref school, you think, these days?
I need it. We need to might have to open up a national inquiry. A royal commission, Lee, into the so-called travel.
My first job, I was a basketball ref when I was 16. You know, I used to ref Liam Santa Maria.
You
He
joking?
was playing, yeah. So midweek basketball, he was playing. He was showing off. Should have seen him really show off, doing all these fancy moves. Long time ago.
I can see Liam now strutting around. Off air, you were talking about you had a coach on the 16s back in your junior days who know a little bit about basketball.
Yeah, I did. Dave Simmons, Melbourne Tigers star, was my basketball coach. He was a good coach too, Dave Simmons, good man.
I'm looking for a big year this year out of his son too.
Think he can bounce back?
Yep, I am in Ben Simmons' camp big time, and hopefully this little break he's had and all the dramas behind him, and he can have a great season this year with the Nets.
They're a fascinating watch, the Nets. Fascinating.
Good pass.
Nice feed inside, and Froling used that bulk. Just couldn't finish his work again, but he'll get to the stripe.
Good pass by Kadee. And there's little things like Harry, obviously, probably didn't have his best game in game 1 in the Blitz, but that's all right because he's a big body. He's not going to get any shorter, but he's got to just finish those around the rim.
Still only 24 years of age. Of course, we just saw his brother Sam in the previous game play some really nice minutes for Illawarra.
My last year in the league, I played at Townsville back when I was impersonating the basketball player. And the Froling boys were probably 9 years old. I got a photo. I think we went to Magnetic Island, and those two youngsters, Harry and Sam, was like regular-sized humans at 9.
I was going to say, were they your size at 9?
Who knew they both grew up to be 7 feet?
There's Davey, back to air. He wasn't frightened to shoot in game 1 from the logo. Sobey calling the play. Kadee off
nice.
Nice move. Just struggling to finish.
Heard James Duncan over there calling out split. Harris turns into the playmaker in that situation. Young Ben Air. Talk about Ben for a little bit. Ben came on last year with Cairns when their season was in the toilet. And towards the end of the season, he came on and played lights out. Went nuts in John Cain Arena against the United. Or was it against the Phoenix? No, I think it was against the United. But anyway, he's been rewarded with a full-time contract. And now this is the time when, and he from all reports, he's that guy that just loves being in the gym. So this is a big year for him because he's no longer a novelty. You're a legitimate NBL player, so it'll be interesting to see how he just goes throughout this year and how he's matured since then.
And just had some big numbers for the Cairns Marlins in the NBL 1, but you're right, he played those 8 games, and in one of them, it might have been that game, he had the 20 points and 10 assists. Only the second Cairns player ever to have a 20 and 10 game. So showed he can seriously play and shows what hard work can do. You get your opportunity, and here he's looking to get plenty of minutes in the season. He's going to fire this one. He's not shy after airballing the first. Brisbane just working themselves back into this contest. Again, they'll work off Froling. Sobey setting a bit of an illegal screen, yeah.
Calm down, everybody.
I think he's saying one ref said it was okay, but the other ref called it.
Yep, since that timeout, Taipans have scored 1 point. So, yeah, Duncan's message has already been taken on board.
Not sure we've had that heat check yet either from DJ Hogg.
Disappointed
Just
in that.
one turnover, surely. It's still there. It's a nice shot. Jonah Antonio, quick 6. The man that can shoot.
With
His first year, that was good.
Yeah, with arguably the quickest release in the league.
Yeah. Again, Kadee working with Froling. And again, Froling couldn't finish the first time, but his size was causing a bit of a handful down low.
Cairns have definitely added some shooters to this roster this year. Adam Ford has went out and got some. Bull Call last year made the most 3-pointers as a rookie since Shane Hill. Then you go and get Boss Hogg. We still haven't seen Sam Wartenberg yet, who can knock it down. You got quick 6 out there who can hit threes. I mean, if they just can.
Mirko Jerick.
Mirko comes on and shoots some threes. I'm telling you, like Cairns Taipans, you got inside. I guess with Keanu Pender, they might have to do it by committee. But if they can get some stops and become that tough defensive unit, they got enough firepower to cause major headaches.
Shannon Scott already got more points than he did in game 1. In his 15 minutes, he had the 4 points. He's up to 5 already, so nice start for him tonight. He's getting to get some chemistry with his teammates.
So we're going to Tajir have a little chit chat. I like it. Nobody's bagging down from anybody. The Queensland Derby's alive, even in Darwin.
Tajir McCall just taking it a little bit more seriously than the rest of them.
Tajir prides himself on defense. Sobey prides himself on being an offensive player. This is a great matchup.
I reckon Coach Adam Ford will have him wound up this season because he did say that it was embarrassing last year. That's the way he described the year. So they'd want to perform much better, and he'll be leading that charge. And Tajir McCall was one of those on that roster last season. So good to see a bit of fire early.
Absolutely.
Sobey up to 5 points, getting some minutes early in this one.
I'm putting over and under on minutes for Sobey today at 15. Are you going to take the over?
Played about 8 minutes in game 1, 15 minutes. I'll take over. I think it'll be somewhere between 15 and 20 minutes.
Me too.
Here's DJ Hogg, who went 4 from 5 from 3-point range, can show that he can also set up the play. Good backdoor cut there from Antonio. DJ Mitchell, it looks like we might have copped one.
Yeah, I think he copped one. He's laying down thinking about it. Now, Lee, I am very big on player safety, but I am adamant that you must get up as quick as possible. He's lucky he hasn't been subbed out, because this is what normally happens, right? A guy gets hurt or he goes down, and he's like, oh my head, and then he gets subbed out, and then as soon as he gets to the bench, he goes, I'm ready to go back in. Like, nah, see, you got to get up.
Yep.
Get up quick. But luckily, he didn't get subbed out just then, so.
I'm with you on that one. Get up first, and then if you are too sore, you can't go on, then you get your way to the bench.
That's it.
Antonio makes both. There you go. Jonah, get up.
There you go.
Good boy.
Don't walk towards the bench.
Oh,
where you going? Oh, no. I actually caught that off the ball. Adam Ford thinks it might have been deliberate. I think Sobey was just trying to get out and run the lane as Jonah was actually trying to come up and defend him. And I think he just was incidental contact.
There's a bit in this one early to G. McCall, still going with it. Sobey gets to the free throw line again. A technical foul was called. Might have been against Coach Adam Ford, I think.
Adam has been known to strongly voice his opinion. Kajier, 40, we got you. Calm down. Everybody just take a deep breath. Oh, no, and then Baines subs himself in. Oh, no. Just in case things get out of hand.
Good access to hear the players on the court.
We've yet to see Keanu Pinder this quarter. What kind of restriction is that?
High scoring first term here, still at minute 30 to go. Oh, this is the heat check. That's it.
Left it too late.
4 from 6 for DJ Hogg in this first term from 3-point range. Now he's going to try and guard Aaron Baines. Finds Johnson now. Sobey, Kadit, back to Johnson.
I don't know if there's a big man in the league. If Baines is on the block and he's one-on-one, if they don't send a double, I don't see a big man in the league stopping him from shooting any kind of hook he wants. It's just a matter of does he want to take that shot. That time he went to the post inside. Baines, he turned it down.
There's Qual trying his luck from the corner. Baines will try his luck again. He can shoot the 3 ball. Rimmed out.
He has added that element to his game. Oh, hello.
And that's going to be travel. Not sure he got that 3rd foot down, but as we said, they are red hot on it. You don't think it's not necessary, do you think, to clamp down on travel? Is it really?
I mean, travel, yes.
Travel's a travel, but
travel's a travel. I just think some travels are just anticipated. They just think it was a travel. I mean, you make it, if it's too quick, it's almost like it's a travel. That little slow-footed Euro step thing, which gets done in the NBA all the time, isn't seen a lot here in Australia, but if it was a travel, I'm all for calling it, but that one was kind of debatable.
It's down to the last 13 seconds, so this will be the final play of the first term. Cairns, sharp start to G. McCall. Want someone to come and set the screen. In the end, they were too late, so he went it himself. That'll see us out the first quarter. Cairns Taipans got the jump on the Bullets and able to slowly peg their way back. 8-point lead off the back of DJ Hogg. 12 points in that opening term. 4 of them, 4 from 6 from long range. Tyler Johnson with the 6 points. Nathan Sobey got to the stripe with the 8 points as well. You can see the field goal percentage for the Brisbane Bullets. A lot of them are around the rim and yet to make one from beyond the arc.
Nope. 0 for Tuesday from the 3-point line, the Bullets. But ever since that timeout James Duncan called like around the 5:50 mark, they've held them to 7 points. So they turned over the defensive screws. I think also that DJ Hogg might have got a little fatigued in that quarter. There's a casualness about him late. There's a casualness about him. I'm calling it early because you can see if he's allowed to play on his terms what he can do. But they kind of just ratcheted up the defenses a little bit on him, and he's probably not in the best shape just yet. But I would like to see him stay kind of in attack mode, because when you got a shot like that, you don't want to let teams off the hook.
Some of the stat leaders from this first quarter. Brisbane play Melbourne in their 3rd and final game of this Blitz on Friday. And then we're all guns blazing into the opening weekend, first weekend of October. Brisbane will head over to Perth. And the Cairns Taipans will head to Tasmania on the Monday night to take on the Jack Jumpers. It's a highly anticipated NBL 23. So many teams. We've got new imports, new rosters, new coaches.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think every round, every weekend, it's a must-watch game. Every single game, there's something intriguing about it. There's no clear-cut 10th place team.
Well, there's no standout either. I mean, we've had years where we've had, whether it's Melbourne or Sydney, some teams that have been standouts. Perth for a number of years. It doesn't feel like it will be this year.
No, this is going to be the most equal, I think, from top to bottom we've seen in a very, very long time. Which makes that play-in spot for 5th and 6th all the more juicy.
Second quarter underway. DJ Mitchell back out on the floor. Good play from Tyler Johnson. Sets up Mitchell for the jam.
Tyler Johnson's got that offensive poise, never too rushed. Shot fake, gets his defender up in the air, penetrates, finds the open man. Like he's been doing it all his life.
There's DJ Hogg. He's going to continue to let it rip. That one just rims out.
Oh, Baines got to get that one. You got to thread the seal.
Trying to double Tyler Johnson, which left Baines wide open in the corner. That's zip from 3 for him beyond the arc.
I got a theory on good misses, Lee. Would you like to hear it?
Yes. What is it?
It's called a good miss.
And you're happy for them all day as a coach? You're happy for them all day?
Not all day, but like even that shot Hogg just took then, it just in and out. To me, that's a good miss. If I'm a shooter, I feel like this. You guys got lucky. It's those bad misses, those air balls or hits the side of the backboard that I go, oh, that don't give me any confidence for the next shot.
So you're still feeling good about your stroke even if it misses, because it's a good miss.
A good miss.
I get you. Oh, that's just a good shot.
Okay.
Devondrick Walker.
Walker's got some range. He's a little bit quiet in game 1. Coming in as the 3rd import.
DJ Hogg wasn't expecting that pass. Mitchell pulls the ball back out. Walker and Baines. Instead, the defence just sagged off a little bit, and Walker made them pay. That's 5 points for him inside the last 30 seconds.
You've got decisions to make in a 2-man game when Baines is setting picks. You got a decision to make.
Here's McCall. Good defence from Walker. McCall wants it back. He wants to attack Baines, but you're not going to get past the big fella. Nice shot block. Now on transition. Johnson. Nice little floater. Saw Tyler Harvey put about 8 of them on the New Zealand Breakers in the game earlier.
And just like that, bullets in front.
Oh, so the good miss, and then what's that? Is that the good bounce?
That's the great bounce, the soft touch.
That's 5 of 8 from DJ Hogg. And we're only a couple of minutes into the second quarter. He's going to be fun to watch if he's got a license just to keep shooting them.
Baines is already doing the old grabbing both sides of the singlet, so his minutes... Because he only played, what did he play, 14 minutes in game 1?
Yep, 13 minutes, 14 points in 13 minutes.
I might give him maybe 20 minutes today. But I like Baines's defense. Like, Bainesy has been on the receiving end of a few NBA posters.
Yes.
Let's not forget. John Morant got him on a beauty. But look, Baines is what I call a solid, sound defender. He's not going to try to go up in the air and block your shot. He's going to wall up. He's going to, the principle of verticality, he's just going to be physical. But he's always going to be in the right spots.
So you're really going to have to earn your points under the basket when you're playing the Brisbane Bullets if Baines is on the floor.
You better believe it.
DJ Mitchell showing his range.
Shooters all over the court for both teams.
Scott, nice little feed inside. Couldn't finish. Now they've got the 3-on-2 here. Mitchell feeling it. Goes again. And there's one at the other end.
Nice.
2 in a row for DJ Mitchell.
We are seeing some teams get out in transition and kick it ahead and let their shooters shoot.
That's Mirko Jerick. Now
it's a frenzy. It's a three-point frenzy. Pull it.
that's what we want to see in the NBL season 23. We want to see plenty of up-tempo basketball. Look at this, and again, Shannon Scott, Hogg.
Down.
Quiet. Quoll just struggling. Probably the only one at the moment, just struggling to find his range.
We are getting a good glimpse of what this derby's going to be like when the season proper begins.
Does DJ Mitchell now have a bit of a license for a heat check?
Absolutely. He's 2 for 2.
Shot clock violation. Baines and Cadell come and have a well-earned break.
Some of the guys who's played NBL 1 in the offseason who's never really played NBL, you don't quite know how that game's going to translate because it's different. DJ Mitchell had a big NBL 1 season. He comes out here, he belongs. You can tell. He's an athlete, he gets up on the rim, and he's showing he can hit the 3 ball. Just an extra weapon Duncan's got now.
Quoll. Again with the miss to Gia McCall. Oh, that was a bit too sharp for Quoll. Able to get possession. He's going to try his luck again. Third time lucky.
It's a good miss.
It's a good miss.
Bull would rather see it fall all the way through, but
to Jock Yak back into the lineup. Walker tries a little floater from the free throw line. Nice feed from McCall to Davey.
the pace is. Everybody's starting to look like they get a little bit fatigued. Think about it. You in Darwin, where they got 2 suns up there. You've been sitting around all day. You probably went to the pool. The water's probably hot. And you've been waiting around till your 8 o'clock game. It can drain you. Guys that seem to be getting fatigued quite quickly, which is a good thing. That's why both teams got depth, and that's what the whole point of having the deep benches for.
And it doesn't cool down too much. You think it gets to 8 p.m., you think it cools down in Darwin. It ain't cool down.
Those fans are still spinning up there.
Take a look at some of the highlights from this contest. DJ Mitchell, as Damon just said, being able to translate that strong NBL 1 form. He went back-to-back from the three-point line. He's got the 8 points, 2 boards and 2 steals already. 8 points alongside Tyler Johnson and Nathan Sobey. And DJ Hogg, 15 points for him, all from beyond the stripe. 5 of 8.
He's going to really stretch the defenses out. And when they get their full complement, their full team together, anybody on any given night can get hot. There's weapons all over the place.
Of course, Cairns played on Saturday night where the Perth Wildcats were too good. Pretty good contest. Keanu Pinder had the 21 points that game. We're still yet to see. Keanu's been on the floor at all?
Yeah, Keanu's sitting this one out by the looks of it.
Yeah, he might not be playing. Keeping him fresh after a strong performance. Bull Quoll had the 14 points. And Brisbane also had a strong performance against New Zealand. With their big guns playing limited minutes. Statman back on the floor. Sobey. Inside the Froling. Great block. Froling. Too big though. Had 3 goes at it.
The old patting your rebounding stats, Harry. That's a vintage Mirko shot. I don't need to be all the way facing the hoop. I don't need to square up. I got a quick release as well.
Statman's just bounces out. Both teams taking a lot of three-point attempts in this one. 31 three-pointers between the two sides, make it 32. Nice work from Statman.
That's how you get yourself involved.
Just look at the Cairns Taipans stat sheet there, Damon. They've had 20 three-point attempts and only 10 two-point attempts. Would that be by design, you think? Is that potentially a plan to be sort of taking more three-point shots?
I mean, if you're hot, I guess it's no big problem, but yeah, that ratio depends if those threes have dried up. You got to be able to go inside, but without Keanu Pinder on the floor, there's your post target. You basically got three-point shooters all over the floor, so I guess they're going to live and die with that at the moment.
There's a foul called.
Are you curious like myself, Lee? What would a combination of Harry Frawley and Aaron Baines look like at the same time out there on the floor?
Oh,
For like 2 minutes.
there wouldn't be much room in the key. I'd know that.
Because right now, Harry's got, look at this matchup. I mean, you got to like that matchup, don't you?
Well, you do against the Cairns Taipans. They're pretty small at the moment. They're going a bit of small ball. But Josh Davey really is the biggest player out there, the 22-year-old.
The only problem is now Harry's going to have to get on the perimeter and guard somebody.
McCall showing his acrobats and he's a bit slow to get to his feet.
3 seconds.
Another three taken. And this time Qual gets that one to drop. He's had the 5 cracks at it now.
This is a fast-paced tempo. Guys are shooting. The 6-second shot clock is in effect. And guys they're exhausted.
It's fun to watch.
Better them than us out there.
Yep. Let's take a look at the replay there. I thought for a second Big Harry just might have dropped the knee into Tajir McCall, but he was okay up to his feet. Wouldn't want Harry Frawley falling on top of you, I wouldn't have thought.
No way.
All 120 kilos of it. And here's Sobey from long range. Frawley, like I said, being a menace down low, but just a little bit too aggressive that time.
Good to see him at least crashing the glass. That's an advantage, especially against this Cairns team. Truth be told, Harry wouldn't mind stepping out shooting a few threes himself.
They're going to continue to live and die by the three-point shot. The Cairns Taipans. It's now 8 from 23 for them. They're 6 of 10 when they get the two-point shot as Kadee gets Scott in the air, gets to the basket. There's a bit of experience in that. And he'll also get to the free throw line.
KG Kadee could have easily sprayed that 3 ball up. He says, I think we shot enough of those for a while. Let me see if I can get myself to the strike.
Of course, played over 300 games. Been around for a long, long time. Commonwealth gold medalist.
Since that quarter time, since the 5-minute and 50-second mark of the first quarter, I keep looking at the Taipans score when I thought they were on pace for 200. The Bullets have held them to 15 points since then, in almost a quarter and a half.
Has that been as much, you think, the Bullets' defence, or do you think it's been maybe some shot selection and some offence from the Cairns Taipans?
True, probably a bit of both. But at the end of the day, the players will take credit for forcing them into missing some of those shots.
Well, they forced him into a turnover that time, and Sobey will continue to attack the paint. He's got himself up to 10 points.
Sobey's looking great.
And more importantly for my side bet, he's played nearly 8 minutes.
That is, what do we have? We had 16.
15.
15.
Yeah, that was the line. I think you might get around that will be These numbers tonight, you would think, is Qual. He's starting to feel it now. 2 in a row for him.
Yep.
And they'll continue to jack up the 3 ball.
First team to 100 wins.
Nine of 24 from Cairns. So pretty good shooting, 38% from 3-point range. Just 3 of 13 for the Brisbane Bullets.
Sobey's looking good. He's moving around well. He's attacking the rack, which he always is going to do, but his body holds up. This is worrying signs for the rest of the league because a healthy Sobey with this particular group with a new defensive focus.
There's Sobey again. That's good defense from Joshua Davey. You believe in the analytics of basketball, Damon? So I just think, if you want to get the 60 points, you just got to shoot 23 pointers. But if you want to get 60 points, you're going to have 30 buckets to get them if you're taking twos.
Yeah.
Is there that sort of school of thought?
Some of the analytics make sense and some of it doesn't. Like, I'm not a big plus-minus guy. A lot of coaches swear by the plus-minus. But as long as I got the right people shooting the threes, I got no problem with it. But just because you're open don't mean it's probably a three-point shot you should take. Because sometimes you might be open for a reason. I'm wondering about these towels, these nice Darwin girls are using to mop up this floor. Because if they're not changing those towels over, there's some damn towels.
Yep. Brisbane will set it up for the final play of the first half. An entertaining first half here at Darwin Basketball Facility. Again, great defense from the Taipans. Although it might be time for Sobey. Can he get it off? He can. That'll see us out at half-time. The Brisbane Bullets with a 3-point lead. Nathan Sobey getting some good minutes. He's got the 10 points. Tyler Johnson and DJ Mitchell with 8 apiece. And for the Cairns Taipans, it was DJ Hogg in that first quarter. 4 from 4 at one stage from 3-point range. He's 5 of 8 for the 15 points. Qual started to warm up late in that second term. And the rest of them spread the load. Shannon Scott, Joshua Davey. But overall, pretty entertaining first half of basketball.
I was thinking the exact same thing. That was some good entertaining basketball. We got a little bit of everything. We got a little bit of some trash talk. We got a little bit of, get out of my face. Hey, you get out of my face. You get out of my face. We got a little bit of that. Some three-point shooting, some deep J's. A little bit of everything. The only thing missing is Kendall Pinder, but that's okay. Because we know he'll be there when the season starts. You think about the alternative to a tournament like this. If we don't have a blitz, everybody just back at home training against each other. Long live the blitz.
I think it's a great concept. It's been great for the NT, top end. They've all come out. We're enjoying it. We're halfway through, a few days to go to continue through to Friday. We'll take a short break. Stick with us. Be an entertaining second half still to come for the Darwin Basketball Facility.
Then you got to travel all the way back to this foul line. And then the one that didn't shoot has to shoot for the basket. First team to make both scores down each end will win the catch. They know how to use their hands, so they need to travel down the court with the ball between their palms like this. Or, if they're feeling very romantic here tonight, they can travel down the court like so. Okay? So, let's give you guys some teams to cheer on. If you want to go for a lovely couple here, make some noise. Alright. If you want to go for the boys, make some noise. Alright, if you've got our juniors in the center, make some noise. Father and son, make some noise. And then the crew Give it up for the crew. Alright, so thumbs up if you all understand the rules. Thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up, understand, good. Alright, pick up the ball, get it in your starting position. Alright, we're going the back option, few going the forward option. Father and son, he's just a few years before he gets to your height, so. Alright, if you're ready to go, Darwin, we want you to hear, make some noise in here. Are you ready? Come on, let's get loud in here. 3. No hands up. You've got to make it more difficult, okay? You can't hug your hand. No hand touching, no hand touching. Alright, you ready? 3, 2, 1, let's go. Alright, all the drop the ball, alright, perfect. If you drop the ball, you've got to just pick it up when you're up. No hands, boys, no hands, no hands, no hands. So there we go. Good, balance it, balance it. They're going to slow approach here. They're crap walk, I like it. As soon as you get to the foul line, then you get to go on up. Alright, you want to shoot. As soon as you get to the foul line, what do you shoot? From anywhere you want, then you're going to start again.
A sequel, months in the making. Summer in the NT. Why wait till December? Seek an early summer holiday in the Northern Territory.
Who's first time here tonight to the Hungry Jacks NBL Blitz? Let me hear you in the crowd. Who are the repeat offenders? Who's been here all week? Make some noise. Oh, this is a work going on here. Alright, so if you've been here all week, you know that we love to give away prizes. We're going to give away more prizes coming up very shortly. I love to see the whole crowd getting involved in what we do. So if there's a song on that requires you guys to dance, then Right. I want everyone to put their arms up nice and high right now. Arms up nice and high. I want you to try and copy me. This is just to see if everyone's listening and everyone wants to win a prize. So both arms up nice and high. All right. Put your arms forward so they're shoulder high in front. All right. Now what I want you to do is turn your thumbs so that they're facing the ground. Perfect. Now, cross your arms over, bring your arms over, and then interlock your fingers like so. So interlock your fingers, squeeze nice and tight, Darwin. Because if you can get the same result as what I'm about to do right now, then you are going to win a trip for two around the world. Alright? No? Okay, wait, my earpiece said no, I can't do this. Alright, so you just get a pat on the back if you can get this one done right, okay? So on the count of three, all you need to do is copy me. You ready? 1, 2, 3, turn so that your thumbs are facing the roof. From the bottom to the top. From the bottom to the top. Nice and simple. Can anyone get it? Can anyone get it? Alright, arms up nice and high. Arms up nice and high. Alright, do you all know how to do a crop clap? Show me your crop clap. Alright, we're going to start it slow and then we're going to speed it up. Alright, so everyone, arms up. Great. Don't blow that horn dust yet, just we were getting the crowd all ready to go. Alright, arms up.
Second half not far away here. Darwin basketball facility at the top end, and it's a good game of basketball. Cairns Taipans trailing by 3 points. Brisbane Bullets having a nice spread of scorers in this first half. Nathan Sobey, Tyler Johnson, DJ Mitchell. Harry Froling making his presence felt. Aaron Baines getting some good minutes. And the Cairns Taipans, well, it's been all about the three ball for them. 25 attempts in the first half. They've made 9, and 5 of them have come the way of DJ Hogg in his first game in this Blitz Carnival. The big American import from Dallas. He's got the 15 points while started to warm up. No Keanu Pinder in this one. He's sitting out this game.
Let's see what both teams come out, and let's see what the emphasis is. You can tell normally early what they were talking about in the halftime locker room.
Davey, Scott, Hogg, Qual, and McCall starting this half for the Cairns Taipans.
And Cairns talking about let's shoot more threes.
DJ Mitchell, Baines, Krebs, Walker, and Tyler Johnson for the Bullets. As Krebs takes his first field goal attempt of the game. And just like the start of the game, Hogg's going to let it fly. Couldn't get that one to fall. Qual saw a little opening. Went baseline, got it to Davey.
I still like the penetration though from Bull Qual. You just can't just rely on the three-point shot all the time. That's what he was known for last season. Got to be a versatile game.
Well, Scott almost with the steal. Walker did well to hang on to it. Krebs, he's going to let it fly. Oh! Not sure he called.
Off the glass.
Not sure he called it, but he'll take it.
You still get 3 for it.
Again, baseline was open. Shannon Scott. And now Tyler Johnson. He's going to attack the rim. Good defense from Hogg. And then strips Baines. Nice double effort on defense.
Easy, yeah, easy.
Don't fire up the big fella. Paul lost his footing. He did a good job to almost go back and get it.
Okay, everybody just calm down. You're allowed to pass the ball more than 2 times. The tempo lead is out of control in the first minute and 44 seconds. Baines didn't take too kindly to that chop across the arms because that's the only way he's going to lose the ball. And then he tried to wall up and almost got an elbow to the chin.
That's a dangerous swinging elbow.
Yeah, we don't need that. Last thing we need is Baines retaliating.
Let's see if we get some ball movement this time on offense. Mitchell with the handoff. Tyler Johnson. Could have been fouled instead. It's a turnover. It's a bit of a sloppy start to this third term.
Too many guys trying to do too much on their own at the moment. Let the ball do the work.
There's Qual coming off the screen. Got to try and get around the big frame of Aaron Baines. Foul's called, the illegal block.
Tajir McCall last season racked up a lot of minutes a game. Out of the 40 minutes, I'd say if he wasn't fouling out, he was playing 37 minutes, it felt like. So he's got that kind of fitness. He wants to stay out of foul trouble this season because last year that Cairns was obviously struggling with injuries and having bodies on the floor. This season, Cairns obviously has more depth, so Tajir shouldn't have to play as much.
Walker fires from long range.
Is that a 2?
I think it was counted as a 3.
Baines, turn around. Nope, you're not getting that one.
He's
Yeah.
trying to tell the ref that it was just a simple slip. He didn't touch it.
For all you guards out there that think you can just take Baines on the island and cross him up, just know you're going to get hit with one of them hips.
There's Qual. Again, trying to do it solo, but again, the hands foul on the Brisbane Bullets. That's their second already this quarter.
This is when the referees might just decide to slow things down by just with a few quick whistles.
Ben Air checks into the game. A nice little set play from the inbound from the Cairns Taipans.
Tanner Krebs got caught asleep then. Gave up an easy deuce.
Qual quietly worked himself up to 10 points.
Now, if you don't send a double, he gets to shoot whatever he wants. That's pretty good D though by Davies.
Hogg's just lost a bit of his range since that hot start. Baines again left wide open. He had to make one. 3 or 4 attempts at that.
This is a technique of boxing out that's not taught. With Baines, he just did. Shot goes up, you go running in, he just puts a hand right into your chest. And goes, this is where you stop. And then I will turn and go get the ball.
Brisbane, of course, going to play the Perth Wildcats in the opening game of the NBL season. Not too far away. In fact, less than 2 weeks away till the opening weekend. And you're seeing all this on the KO freebies. We're going to continue to see exciting basketball like this. You've got to make sure you watch plenty of NBL this year. It's going to be a lot of up-tempo, high-scoring games. There's an offensive foul called on DJ Mitchell.
Yeah, he got caught sticking a chicken wing out there. But you're right, you got to have your KO sports. I mean, every game's on ESPN, but we're looking at probably 144, 146 games. I watched every one of them last year, Lee.
Did you really?
I was exhausted.
I'm not sure how you have time when you run 50 kilometres a day like you do. Tell us a little bit about your ultra marathons that you're doing at the moment.
Yes, I'm an ultra runner now.
Yeah.
Once my basketball career finished, you know, you just living life, and then one day something happens and you realize you're going soft. And that moment came for me when I was playing my mate Ash Breyer, playing one-on-one. I couldn't get through all the games, and I quit playing. I actually quit, which is the worst thing you can do. So anyway, I decided I got to get myself in some shape. So just started off with a few casual runs around the local oval of opportunity, I call it. And that was nearly 2 years ago, and things have escalated. So this month, I call them missions too, by the way.
Call it
missions.
Missions.
Yes.
So what's the mission this month?
Run 700 Ks.
Hey!
700, inclusive of 2 50K runs. The second 50K run will be run this Friday. Anybody wants to sponsor Damon and his hamstrings, feel free to hit me up.
700 Ks. That's ultra impressive.
Thanks, man. So, yeah, that's what I do now. I watch basketball and I run.
And you get your kicks out of it. You love it.
Battling my demons.
Well, there you go. There's some inspiration to get off your backside if you're watching this. Not right now. Wait till this finishes. And do something to challenge yourself. As we see the challenge there. Whoa. Attacking the rim. We know he's got the range from outside. And he can continue to develop that in his game. He's going to be hard to stop.
Yeah, that's nice. He's finding a nice balance between letting that three fly. Defense is going to want to run him off the three-point line, but if he can attack the basket with conviction like that, his game just goes to a whole nother level.
He's putting together a nice game, up to 12 points. Make that 13. The Taipans get back within 4. Interesting to see how many minutes we see from Sobey and Baines in this second half for the Bullets. Seems like they're just on a minutes restriction. Got a long season ahead of them. As DJ Mitchell takes the mid-range.
I think Sobey might get one more small burst in the fourth quarter, and that'll be it.
Scott kicks it out to Air. Back to Scott. Shot clock running down, and just on a different page to Qual. Another turnover for the Cairns Taipans, 15 for them in this game.
It's one thing to talk about being a good defensive team. It's another thing to actually be about it. And just that possession there, Brisbane, you can tell it was all locked in. Any penetration, guys are ready to help. And that was a small ball lineup with Gak at the 5, even though he's not that small. But 4 perimeter guys and Gak out there and holding the fort.
That's going to be an offensive foul on Harry Froling. That's what Coach Adam Ford wants to see on the defensive end.
I'm loving all the signs I'm seeing from Cairns this year because, like I said, last season, Cairns, Adam Ford, he questioned their very soul last year. Called them out numerous times, and this is a total psychological, emotional, physical rebuild that's going up there in the far north of Queensland, and so far so good in my opinion.
No Kami Pinder tonight, he's not playing. We haven't seen Sam Wardenberg yet in this Blitz tournament. Qual can't get the shooters roll, and Froling running the floor, back to Kadee. Froling wants it again. He likes the matchup with McCall. A 3-second violation.
Yeah, Harry, you took too long. Now, I'm no post-up guy, Lee, but if I'm 7 foot and the guy guarding me is like 6'3", you can't be messing around. He got it in a good spot, but he waited to see where everybody was at. Then he decided to put the ball on the floor. Then they swarm him. Catch it, turn, jump hook, done deal. You got to be more assertive with your decision-making, Harry, in that situation.
More decisive earlier.
Absolutely.
The highlights, Paul Qual getting his game going, the Rookie of the Year, looking for a big second season. The Cairns Taipans, there's that 3-second violation. Pretty good effort from McCall. He wasn't going to give up without a fight.
No, Tajir proved that last season. He could easily have been Defensive Player of the Year. He competes. Now, Sobey's in a T-shirt. Sobey's done for the day. Ice pack on the knee. On both knees, and T-shirt is on. We have seen the last of Nathan Sobey for today.
So you win that side bet. I thought he'd get maybe more than 15 minutes, but no, they'll just keep him under the 10 minutes again, like he did in game 1. As we said, his knees aren't getting any younger, but he's still going to have an important role to play. As Qual sees the matchup he likes, gets Harry Froling on the back foot, lets it launch, and gets the friendly roll. This is the more friendly end, this basket.
So they say. Now, this is a situation, so, all right, Brisbane got basically 2 bigs on the floor. Cairns has no bigs on the floor. So styles make fights, Lee. Now, can we get the ball to Harry down low and punish him that way? Offensive rebounds, things like that. So up the other end, you got issues because who's Harry going to guard? But on the other end, for Cairns, who's going to guard Harry?
I like it. I like to see it. Good tactical battle between the two coaches. So Harry Froling wasn't able to get the ball in the post, but then you could see the other advantage. Once the shot went up, he was going to be way too big for anyone down low to get that offensive board. And now he's got to make them pay at the free throw line. He doesn't. This is the first.
And I don't like when coaches tick for tat sub. Oh, you put your big guy on, let me put my big guy on. No, I'm going to keep the mismatch, and we're going to fight this out and see whose mismatch can out-mismatch the other.
Stick to their guns. Let's see if it works. For Cairns, I reckon they're going to spread the floor and keep shooting threes. That's what they've done most of the game. It's now 33 3-point attempts.
Look at Harry. Cairns trying to disguise the zone.
And the Cairns Taipans win the little mini battle.
This is why sometimes I'm content to play a zone sometimes because teams don't practice against it. University of Syracuse plays zone for 40 minutes for an entire season because your normal teams train against it for maybe 5 to 10 minutes in a session. They're not used to playing against the zone because they panic thinking they're going to give up a three-pointer. But now you see Cairns has slipped into a bit of a zone and Brisbane haven't been able to execute.
Qual just lost his bearings under the rim. Caught the backboard. Now let's see what Brisbane do on this offense.
Ben Ayres guarding Harry Froling. Oh, missed it.
Gack took himself out of the paint. They get it. And again, it might be another turnover. Shot clock's running down. He's going to have to shoot this in a sec. That's another violation. So 2 turnovers in succession for the Brisbane Bullets. Good hustle defense from the Cairns Taipans.
Cairns has introduced the matchup zone defense to the NBL 23. So all you teams out there, you better get a zone offense.
What would you do then if you're Brisbane with that situation? Get Harry in the high post and let him get a bit creative, or what can they do?
It's a lot of things you can do. I got 2 bigs. I'm high-lowing. I might put a shooter in the corner, overload one side, see if we can just... There's Harry down there already. But let's see.
That time, Jerick just a little bit too aggressive guarding Gak, but I'm sure Adam Ford wouldn't mind that. It's their second foul of that third quarter.
No, we're not going. I don't think we're going to see the Aaron Baines, Harry Frawling super duper supersized combination today.
So you're right about the Brisbane Bullets defense, or is it the Cairns offense? Because they had 22 points inside the first 5 or 6 minutes of this game. And since then, it's really dried up for the Taipans.
Yeah, Brisbane ratchet. Both teams have really picked up their D. Cairns so far with this matchup zone they're in is giving Brisbane all kind of trouble. DJ Hogg hasn't hit a three. Well, he's at one since his major outburst. Oh, dime.
There you go.
Dime, Harry. Nice. Good movement off the ball by Cody Statman to kind of bail Harry out in that situation. Ooh, ooh. Do you know what will happen to my knee joints if I try something like that? Good grief.
It was a big Euro step. He went from one side of the key back to the other
It was violent.
in 2 steps. Scoring has dried up. Cairns Taipans almost three-quarter time. They were 29 points at quarter time. Since then, they've scored just 22 in the next 2 quarters. Full court pressure here from Cairns.
Wow, that's something you don't see every day.
And a little no-looker towards Big Froling. And this time, finally, he takes advantage of the mismatch. Gets the bucket.
That's a high-risk, high-reward situation when you're full-court press on a free throw like under 18 basketball. Brisbane didn't panic. Got the ball down court. Got Harry an easy bucket and a foul.
Keeps missing his free throws. So Froling. Hogg still hasn't found that range that he had in the first quarter.
And Cairns is well aware of who he is by now. So I doubt he gets any more uncontested threes.
Mitchell thought about it, just stepped in a little closer, but still couldn't make it. Now Air in the corner, he misses. McCall trying to go to work on DJ Mitchell and took way too long. He wasn't decisive enough either there, Damon, and they're really struggling now at the offensive end, the Cairns Taipans.
Too much messing around with the ball. Then I thought Scott he had Harry on an island at the top of the key. I thought he should have went at him, but made that extra pass over to Tajir, and Tajir just played around with it a little too much.
Let's see if Froling can create again. This time his own little Euro step and aggressive to the basket. That's hard to stop.
When Harry gets going downhill, it's a big load to stop.
See if he can make his free throws this time around. The crowd that's there recognise that he'd been struggling. He was 1 of 5 up until that one. From the free throw line, he gets 2. Ben Air hasn't scored a point after having a pretty nice game 1. Still can't get it to drop. They might have to try something different here, Cairns, if that 3 ball's not going down.
They got basically 5 guards on the floor, even though Hogg is tall. He's playing more like a guard on the perimeter. Look at Harry. 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 Come on. Come on.
Time for one more shot here for Cairns. Scott, that's a good move over the top of Harry Froling. Did they need that, the Cairns Taipans?
Both teams are running on fumes.
Yeah, they are.
You got 10 more minutes, fellas. And remind yourselves, it's better than training.
It stays around that 3 or 4 point margin at 3/4 time. Take a look at the shooting of both these teams. As you can see there, 27% from the Cairns Taipans from the 3-point line, 10 of 37.
Well, we're going to do a free-throw shootout competition. Each team is going to have 30 seconds on the clock.
They're having a 3-point shooting competition at quarter time. Some of the Kansas boys going to walk out there and try to join in.
Low assist numbers for both teams.
Every pass that Matt makes, you need to say 1, 2, so then I know.
We'll take a look at some of the individual scorers. Paul Qual playing a nice balanced game on offense, the 16 points. DJ Hogg, we've spoken about him. Was at one stage 4 from 6 from 3-point range. All 15 of his points have come from behind the arc. And nice even spread for the Brisbane Bullets. And there's Harry Froling starting to dominate on the boards, particularly with that smaller lineup of the Cairns Taipans. Gia McCall always giving his all.
Lee, I got a theory on assists. Would you like to hear it?
Yes, please.
Now, I think assists can be overrated sometimes. Because say I got 2 assists a game, and you go, oh, Damon doesn't pass the ball. What if I'm making great passes, but you missing shots?
I always wonder that.
Does that mean, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if I'm making the right pass and you missed a shot, I look like I'm not an assist guy.
Yeah.
And then,
So what should it be? Should there be another category? If you create an open shot, you should get some sort of stat.
a good pass stat.
A good pass stat.
Yes,
Good
like
pass stat.
Yeah, I'm watching Justin Robinson from the Illawarra Hawks. Every time he makes a pass, it's an open shot for somebody. I count those.
You know, I do think that. I think that when I watch LeBron James. I think how many assists would LeBron James have if his teammates actually made every shot that they were wide open?
Yeah.
4th quarter underway. Let's see if we can get some good offense going here. Aaron Bain's going to play a few more minutes.
We'll give him a couple this quarter. I think Adam Ford might have said to DJ Boss Hogg, is there a problem scoring 2-pointers?
Yeah, I don't think he's had a 2-point field goal attempt. Has he?
Are you going to leave Darwin without a 2-pointer? You better not.
He's 5 of 11 from 3-point range and 0 from 0 at 2-point range for DJ Hogg.
Scott with the mid-range.
Mitchell can't get that one to fall. Cairns could look to tie this one up, or potentially the way they go, hit the lead. There's 5 of 12 now for DJ.
Will DJ shoot a 2-pointer with the last 9 minutes and 22 seconds to go?
Wouldn't have thought you'd see too many 207-centimetre basketball players have 12 3-point attempts and 0 2-point attempts. That, you know, I'm not a coach, but that doesn't make a heap of sense to me.
Yeah, I mean, look, I get it, man. You can shoot.
Of course.
I got no problem with the 12 threes. But I need a layup, a jump hook, something. Come double, Lord, so jump hook.
Here's Baines. He had one look at it earlier. As you said, you can't give him too many of those looks.
Who stops that in the NBL this year? Tell me, what big man stops that? He'll shoot. You just have to hope he miss.
Here's Jerry. Wants to take Kadee down low, and that's why. Felt he had the height advantage and the size on Jason Kadee. Took advantage, gets to the strike.
I thought he was going to let that off-balance 3-ball go from the corner where he's facing the other way, but two hard dribbles middle, getting the key and use your size.
His 4th season at the Cairns Taipans. Okay, Jerry. All these guys now trying to impress their coaches and coaching staff. Get some good minutes once the NBL season gets underway, which is just over a week and a half away. Well read by Scott.
Absolutely. Good vision.
That's Hadley, number 4, on the floor for the Taipans.
Young Gabriel Hadley, nice young junior.
Getting some minutes late in this one. Maybe we'll see some players get a few more minutes as Devondrick Walker now sees DJ Hogg, wants to go at him. Good ball movement. Kadee in the corner. Baines will give them another look. Walker from the logo.
Has range. I thought he turned down a nice little 6-footer, but it all worked out for him in the end.
11 points for him on the night.
Are you serious? Wow. He's seriously.
What's the balance as a coach between giving your players a license and maybe just giving them a bit of instruction? Like, what's the balance?
Oh. How about you just take a good shot? How about you just take a... Wow. Now you're on the heat check mode, but you haven't hit one.
Remember, they had 29 points at quarter time, Cairns Taipans. And they've had 29 since.
It will not go unnoticed with Adam Ford. I thought we had a 2-ball.
That's
coming.
Good play. Easy bucket.
I'll almost count that as a 2-pointer because he created something in the key and got himself an assist.
Stepped out of bounds. Devondrick Walker.
If I know I only got a few more minutes out of Bainesy before he has to sit out, I don't want to screen Bainesy 28 feet away from the hoop. Just go down to the block, man. Everything gets simple down there. I'll throw it to you. They don't double. You shoot it a hook. They double, kick it out, then I get the shot I want anyway.
Another big doubleheader tomorrow night as the Blitz continues at the Darwin basketball facility. Sydney Kings taking on the Southeast Phoenix, and Melbourne United back in action against Bryce Cotton and the Perth Wildcats. All the big guns playing tomorrow. That's going to be a good night of basketball Wednesday night.
Yes, it will be. This is what these teams heading into the season in 10 days' time, 9 days' time. You're trying to figure out who you are, your offensive and defensive identity. You're also trying to pick the brains out of the opposition, what guys' tendencies are, especially the new guys, the new imports, as well as the new Australian players that's back in the league. You're trying to figure out as much intel as you can going into round 1. Because once the season starts, it can be no surprises. And like we talked about earlier, you do not want to get off to a slow start in a league that's this balanced.
That'll be the final hit out for those teams tomorrow night. Sydney, Phoenix, Melbourne United and Perth Wildcats. Before they all get the big guns and kickstart their NBL season. Bryce Cotton sent an ominous warning to the whole competition that he ain't done with yet. Qual had a good look. That's a good pass. That was a good pass.
Absolutely.
That's going in our stat.
Absolutely. Hadley penetrated, found the open man, just didn't go down.
Krebs has a crack at it. Speaking of the Perth Wildcats, is Bryce Cotton still the best player in the league? No one's going to go past him yet.
In the league?
In the league?
Ooh.
Who can go past Bryce Cotton?
Who was the MVP last year? He's not here. Jalen Adams isn't here.
Adams, yep.
He's not here. Look,
And he was stiff to not win it again.
Bryce is unreal. Let's make no mistakes about that. Bryce is unreal, but I will not sit here and take any he's the greatest import of all time.
Here we go.
I'll have none of that.
None of it.
He's not even the greatest import the Perth Wildcats have ever had, in my opinion.
Ricky Grace got him covered.
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. Now, in saying that, if Bryce hangs around.
You haven't got your nostalgic glasses on, have you?
Go back. Wikipedia Ricky Grace.
Yeah.
Wikipedia Ricky Grace's numbers, his stats, what this man has done over 15 years. Now, that's not to say that Bryce can't get to that point, but you got to be here longer. But like he's an out and out stud, ain't no doubt about it. It'd be interesting to see how he goes. Like now that you got Corey Webster, who plays in a similar vein. Now I'm looking at the balance of the, and we haven't forgot about this game by the way, but you got me started on this.
Yeah.
I'm looking at how Perth Wildcats now don't have a Vic Law type, a scoring forward who can kind of give those mid-range buckets that can take a little bit of the pressure off. Will the Perth Wildcats be too perimeter orientated? That's my early question, Lee.
Okay. I like that. I like the debate though. Ricky Grace. It's hard to argue with you. Maybe the longevity's got him covered. Well, maybe in 5 years' time I'll ask you the question again if Bryce is still putting up the numbers, which he's every chance to do. There's young Ben Air. Getting some minutes now late in this one.
Tyler Johnson's back. Hadn't seen him in a while.
And again, tough work to get around Aaron Baines. But once again, Baines commits the foul.
With those hips. Baines puts his arms up in the air.
Still a long way to get around.
But he gives you the little hippity hip. The hip hop. Baines has been out here this whole quarter, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's played some big minutes. Aaron Baines up to just under 20 minutes.
I figured 20 just to ramp it up just a few minutes, but he should be on his way out pretty soon.
First points of the night for Air. Rough night shooting for him, 0-7 from the field.
Yep.
First contract for him, so he'll find his groove. As you said, played some nice games late last season. Baines finds the cutting Kadee. Still a game to be won here as well. Only the 2 points the difference. And a nice feed underneath. Joshua Davey.
Baines is getting a lot of touches from the elbow up, top of the key, for doing a lot of facilitating. When I go, why are we complicating things? I guess you might need to work on this stuff at some point, but I just want to see the big fella down the block. Would you say he's got a mismatch? Is this a mismatch?
Is there an element if they know what he can do in the block? Maybe they just have a look at him.
Maybe.
In a slightly different role. That's a good look. Walker, he's been pretty good with those tonight. Score's all tied up. Just under 5 minutes to play. Jerry, you can tell he wanted to shoot it. You can tell as soon as he caught it. He's off balance, wasn't even close.
If he's not facing the hoop, that's when he's probably going to shoot it.
There you go. Nice stroke from Devondrick Walker. He's shown he's absolutely got a long-range game. 14 points now for him with his 4 rebounds, 3 assists. That'll be an offensive foul.
Good D, Tanner Krebs. Baines is going to take 20 minutes to wipe up all the sweat and stop taking charges.
Those little towels must be getting quite soggy by now. Humid conditions.
He just took Tyler Johnson out and says, yeah, you don't need to be out there, man. This is, it's almost like this, just like the previous game we saw where you could tell the Hawks game, we needed a winner. I don't feel like these two teams really care who wins. You know what I mean? It's just like, it's a very good organized training session. And yes, guys are out there competing, but with the conditions, it's late at night. I just feel like the sting is going out of the game. It's like, who can shoot, catch and shoot? Let's just hurry up and get out of here.
Well, it's just strange. A lot of the youngsters are out here now, and Aaron Baines is still out there getting some minutes. Those points will count. Speaking of youngsters, Qual, not so young, but young in terms of experience in the NBL. That's a nice finish.
Bulls playing every possession. He gets up and down. He's getting he's earning his paycheck. He's trying to prove to the league last year was no fluke, and I've added stuff to my game. Baines is out there doing wind sprints just to try to get himself into some shape.
He's sucking in the big ones, the big fella. There's 19 points for Bull Qual. Good opportunity to work on their game. This man's had a nice game. Vondrick Walker, 16 points for him. That's a good look.
Yes, it is.
Stepped out of bounds again, Walker.
Know where you are on the floor. Know where your feet are.
Done that a few times in the last few minutes. Coach Adam Ford at Cairns Taipans calls a timeout. Wants to get a bit of offense inside these last 3.5 minutes, trailing by 2 points.
Similar situation to the previous game. It's basically 2-0. Brisbane are up 2-0 with 3:37 to go. Who wins?
Team that makes the least mistakes.
Yes.
I'm learning. I'm a quick learner.
Who can come out and execute offensively, get quality shots, and make the least amount of mistakes should come out on top.
Of course, the Cairns Taipans just prepping themselves beautifully for their first game, October 3, Monday night, down in Hobart against the Jack Jumpers. I'm sure that'll be a full house. Those fans really got behind the Jack Jumpers last season. What a almost Cinderella story it was.
That was a beautiful story. They could have made a movie out of what happened with that season last year.
And then the Brisbane Bullets have the daunting task of heading over to Perth. And that'll also most likely be a packed house first up for the new look Perth Wildcats.
Oh yeah, the Red Army won't disappoint. They'll show up in force. I just realized we haven't seen Majuk Ding on the floor tonight for Cairns. He's over there sitting next to Keanu Pinder, having a good old time.
Yep. He's letting it fly. That's a nice shot.
I knew he wasn't going to go 0 for the Blitz. It's only a matter of time.
Aaron Baines is done for the night. Kadee will run the point. Walker, the man most likely to score. Kadee's going to set himself, let it fly. He's struggled tonight, just 4 points in 26 minutes.
Might be a three-point contest for the last 2:48.
Well, they're 11 of 46. 46. So see if they can get knocked up to 50. They've still got 2.5 minutes. Walker. That's a good miss.
It's a good miss. I don't mind it. That means I'm close.
Although, in saying that, you're trailing by 1. Good misses won't help as Jerry assess the option, kicks it back out to air. Shot clock ticking down. He sets himself there.
Oh, easy.
Davey, points are good, and the foul. And he'll try and extend the 3-point lead.
Josh Davies just quietly going, you know what, I will be the guy on this team, especially with Keanu not playing today. I'll set all the picks for you 4 3-point shooters. I'll crash the glass. I'll set a pick and roll, even though you're probably not going to give me the ball. But I will contest and compete for every rebound.
Yeah, you'd love those effort guys. Led the NBL 1 in rebounds. Just competes hard.
Adam Ford specifically sought him out because he led the NBL 1 in rebounds. He needed a guy like that.
inside the final 2 minutes. Bullets, they trail by 3. DJ Mitchell wants to get down low. Used his big frame and he'll go to the free throw line. Talking about the Gold Coast Rollers earlier. We saw the number 7. We couldn't figure out who the number 7 Gold Coast Rollers singlet is that's framed up there at the Darwin basketball facility. But DJ Mitchell's old man, famous Gold Coast Roller.
I have no idea who that number 7 was.
There it is, the background there.
But DJ is a son of a gun, all right. And he's got an inside game, outside game. I like him in the post-up situation. There's mismatches to be found if you're patient enough.
But just how we like it. 1 point the difference, minute 30 to go. Let's see who can execute down the stretch. Not like that, they won't.
James Duncan comes back with Tyler Johnson. Tyler probably was sitting there with his shoes untied and he thought, what? I'm going back in. Cairns are content to play this last 94 seconds out with the 5-guard rotation.
Needing plenty of towels on the floor tonight. Of course, the humidity there. Boys will be sweating up a storm. They'll have to recover well, get the hydration in, get themselves in tip-top shape. There's Krebs. Just glides his way to the basket.
What's the overtime rule? What are we doing what are we doing if we tied? Half court shootout? I'll say half court shootout if the game finishes in a tie.
Both teams in the bonus. Free throws might decide this one.
Benier's worked hard tonight. Don't have stats that jump off the page, but he's been out there competing. Every minute's a good minute for Ben.
Tyler Johnson comes back onto the floor. So I want to see the ball in his hands down the stretch, which I think will be the case this year for the Bullets, although Mitchell is the one that gets the bucket. Again, worked himself nicely down low.
Post up Mitchell is tough.
Let's see who the Taipans turn to. Air with possession. Qual might be the man. Gets to the bucket, left-hand finish. Now they're just playing for. Now they're playing.
Okay, yeah, he showed Gak no respect on that drive.
Johnson. Couldn't get it. Cairns get possession, although it might be a turnover.
Wow.
It is. Good heads-up play from Statman. And now this is it.
Here we go. Benier calls the two-man game.
It's going to be Qual. It's going to take the final shot. In the end, got himself into all sorts of trouble.
And takes James Duncan out in the process.
And in the end, the Brisbane Bullets, they win this one by 1 point. At times a bit of a sloppy affair. Up tempo, a lot of three-point shots taken, but I think both teams got the fitness levels out of it, and hopefully the coach has got enough out of it as well. Damon Lowry, assess that one for me.
I'm glad it's over. Yeah, I mean, it's late at night. Teams, you can tell teams look like they're a little bit over it for this game, but look, guys came out shooting the ball well early, made it a contest, came down to like literally the last possession. Would have liked to have seen Cairns get a win, considering they haven't had a whole lot of them. But the way they competed, I'm happy with, and that was without two of their main guys in Keanu Pinder and Majuk Ding.
Yeah, both teams missing a couple of players. Nathan Sobey only playing a few minutes again. We'll take a look at the highlights. Aaron Baines got plenty out of it. He got a lot of minutes into his legs. Devondrick Walker is probably the best player for the Bullets tonight. And in the end, the Cairns Taipans, well, they had the 29 points, as we said, in that first quarter. Just 47 over the next three. They might just need to find a bit more balance after taking 48 three-point attempts for just 11.
Plenty of learning opportunities that come out of this game. You can read a little bit too much in the preseason game sometimes, but some things like that needs to be addressed. And Adam Ford is out there now talking to his young guys. Good to see the communication.
So, of course, still more action to come, I should say, over the next couple of days. Tomorrow, a doubleheader, Sydney Kings and the South East Phoenix, and then Melbourne United taking on the Perth Wildcats. Both these teams, they've now had their final hitouts of this Blitz tournament. The Brisbane Bullets will get ready for the Perth Wildcats for their first game away at RAC Arena, and the Cairns Taipans will take on the Jack Jumpers Monday night basketball down in Tassie. Hope you enjoyed this contest. Hope you enjoyed the doubleheader. We certainly did. Lee Montagna, Damon Lowry signing off. We'll do it all again tomorrow at 5:30. Hope you enjoyed the contest.